Welcome to Newspresso. Here is the top story in the past 6 hours. You ever notice how the world's turning hotter? The heat waves we're used to are only the tip of the iceberg. In California, where the trees have always been a symbol of resilience, a new kind of crisis is sprouting up in the shadows of the Sierra Nevada. It's not the kind of crisis you can see in headlines about wildfires or droughts, but something that's quietly eroding the very backbone of the forest ecosystem. These are the so-called zombie forests. They're not dead in the usual sense, they're alive, but they're losing the ability to regenerate. The climate has shifted beyond the range that many of these giants can survive in. So when they fall, they're not replaced by young saplings. Instead, their empty niches are taken over by species that can tolerate the hotter, drier conditions. The numbers are sobering. In Sierra Nevada, a fifth of pine and fir live outside their climate. That means trees that dominated mountain slopes. They are no longer suited for rising temperatures. And even in the best-case scenario, that percentage could double in 77 years, if nothing changes. Imagine standing in a pine forest that was once a lush, cool canopy, then noticing the slow loss of green, as those trees fail to send out new shoots. That's the story, unfolding over thousands of acres. What's causing this? The answer lies in the same fossil fuel story that fuels our cars, our factories, and our power plants. When coal, oil, and gas burn, they release carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases. These gases create a blanket over the planet, keeping the sun's energy from escaping. The result, the planet's temperature climbs. And climbs are not abstract numbers on a graph. They're real hot air. That changes how a mountain ecosystem functions. When the air gets warmer, seedlings can't take root. The forest's natural cycle stalls. What can be done? Local governments step in with forest management. Strategies that try to keep the forests healthy. That might mean thinning trees to reduce fire risk. Is planting species that are better adapted to the new climate, or even controlled burns to manage underbrush. Why switching our energy mix from dirty fuels to green ones? Switching to renewable sources and improving overall carbon footprint and energy efficiency. The next time you walk through a forest and hear the creak of a pine or the rustle of a fir, think about the climate that's making those trees struggle to thrive. And remember, the solution isn't just about saving trees, it's about rethinking how we power our world. That is the point we're bringing to you tonight. Subscribe Newspresso. Never miss a major global headline.